the Hot Mom Coach. Welcome to this live Q&A. You guys, I am super excited about today's chat. So we're going to be covering cellulite and keeping weight down for good. So I know these two are big ones for so many of us on our fitness journeys. So if you're not wearing those shorts because you're conscious of people noticing that orange peel look on your thighs, you need to watch this. Unless you want to hide yourself in baggy clothes for yet another summer. Alright, so if you want to step into those shorts with confidence next summer, let me show you how. So heads up, if you stay until the end, I'm going to give you something for free that's going to help you with fat loss if that's the goal. So keep watching. So first question on this live Q&A is from my rockstar client Rachna, and this is such a good question. I'm so glad we're talking about this. How many of you are struggling with cellulite? If you're conscious in those shorts and then you have these certain lights like the sun and then these awful like white lights, the yellow lights, and they just make it look like 10 times worse. Am I right? Or am I right? So first things first, honestly, cellulite is normal. It's completely normal. Seriously, like everyone has it. From the neighbor down the street like, to supermodels in magazines, I have it, and I'm a freaking fitness coach. Okay, so cellulite is just part of being a woman, and there is nothing to feel bad about it. That said, while we might not be able to completely erase it, we can do a few things to make it less noticeable. And lifting weights is one of the best ways, if not the best way, to get rid of cellulite. Here's the deal. Cellulite happens, it's basically like fat pockets under your skin, and then it's just pushing up against the tissue. So that's what gives it that dimpled like cottage cheese look. And when you build muscle, then it fills up those areas under your skin and it can smooth things out and give your skin a more formal look. So yes, lifting weights is one of the most effective ways to get rid of that bumpy look. Think of it as creating like a more solid foundation under the skin that naturally just smooths out those little dimples. Now, besides lifting weights, there are a few other things that can make a big difference, and this is what has worked for me personally. So, number one, what you eat matters. So it's amazing like the foods that we eat, how much it affects our skin. Three things that I have found that makes my cellulite worse: coffee, sugar, and fried foods. Honestly, if I have weeks where I'm eating like more of any of these things or drinking more coffee than usual, my skin looks terrible, like everywhere. Obviously, I don't cut any of these things out of my diet, but I do keep them to a minimum. Like coffee, I don't go over 2 cups of coffee a day. And with sugar and fried foods, I actually keep them like as treats, basically. So if you can keep them as treats and not make them as part of like your daily foods, it can make a big difference over time. Secondly, hydrate for a smoother skin. Like your skin is basically a mirror of what's happening inside your body. So if you're dehydrated, that's going to show up on your skin, all right, including cellulite. So when you stay hydrated, you're helping your skin stay plump, smooth, and healthy. So aim for about like 2.5 to 3 liters of water a day. And I'm saying actual water, okay, not freaking caffeinated drinks. Those don't count. Number 3, the best foods that I have found that really make my skin glow are fruits that are high in vitamin C, like berries and peaches. Oh my God, I eat peaches for a week and my skin just looks completely different. Leafy vegetables and collagen. So after 30, we start losing collagen every year. If you're over 30, consider getting a collagen supplement to keep your skin looking great. Number 4 is dry skin brushing. If you haven't heard of that, like, so a lot of us have this like strawberry skin, and it's basically just like dead cells collecting there. There's lack of circulation. So dry brushing, it just takes a few minutes, like maybe once or twice a week, just before you get into a shower, and you need to brush upward, like from your feet towards your heart, basically. And this dry brushing, it boosts circulation, it gets rid of those dead cells, and it reduces puffiness, which makes cellulite less noticeable over time. I actually have one here. I think it's like bamboo or something like that, some natural stuff, but it's kind of like soft but also foam, and it's really good. I think Body Shop has some really good ones as well. Number 5 is walking or low impact cardio. As you guys may know, the ones who've been following me for some time, I am not a fan of high intensity cardio. So low impact cardio, great for your circulation. Basically, you just want to get everything moving, right? You want to get the blood pumping. So walking or low impact cardio, it gets that done. And it helps also break down fat cells and reduce that bumpy look. So walking to me is like the freaking best cardio is the most sustainable in my opinion for fat loss as well. So to answer your question, Rachna, weight training has been my best solution for cellulite, and then these other tips can give you a little boost. I had periods when I stopped lifting weights, and because of that I noticed that I got skinny fat, and then my skin just started freaking sagging, okay? And then I noticed the cellulite was just like really bad. So definitely lift weights because it fills your body up with muscle and just gives it that nice foam smooth look. Okay, second question. How do you keep your weight down for good? Now this is another good one. So many of us have tried losing weight and maybe we'll hit our goal and then we'll see the weight come back, right? It's so fucking frustrating. And the reason it keeps happening is because we are taught, a lot of us are taught to look at weight loss as a quick project. So we'll go all in for 6 weeks, 6-week challenge, we'll drop a few pounds and then we go right back to our old habits. Sounds familiar? Here's the real secret. Lasting weight loss comes from building habits that you can actually live with long term. So you need to think of it as a lifestyle, not as a freaking diet. And if we lose weight fast, but we don't make those lasting changes, then chances are it's going to pile back just as quickly. That's why all those quick fix plans like, cutting carbs or doing shit tons of cardio, they might work for a little while, but they are not sustainable. And come on, a lot of us could pull that off in our 20s, right? But now if you're 30, you're 40, you're 50 and beyond, we need a game plan that actually fits our lives. Who's been on that weight loss roller coaster before? You dropped a ton of weight and then you just like freaking pile it on back. All of it, and probably some more as well. Okay, so here's what works for keeping that weight off for good. The first thing, no surprise here, and that's going to be lifting weights. I'm going to sound like a freaking broken tape recorder here, but there is a freaking reason, trust me. Building muscle helps you burn more calories. Even when you're not actually training, you're not actually working out, so you're just sitting on the couch, you're freaking burning more fat. So more muscle just means that you have a higher metabolism, and this keeps fat off long term and it gives you that toned look that we all love, right? So muscle is your friend if you want to keep the fat off long term. Number 2 is protein. Protein is a game changer, right? It fills you up, it helps build and repair muscle, and it keeps your energy stable. So you don't hit those afternoon crashes and then binge and crave all those foods and then you kind of put all the weight back on. When you're eating enough protein, you're less likely to also overdo it on carbs and fats. So it just keeps everything very balanced. Number 3, getting into carbs and fats, do not ditch those. All right, you need carbs because carbs are great for your energy. They keep you in a good mood. You're not going to kill people. And fats like avocados, nuts, and also olive oil, these are super important to keep your hormones balanced. Ladies, can you actually see yourself, or gents, can you actually see yourself giving up carbs like for the rest of your life? Like, I could never do that. So I don't understand why people do this. Why do you have to give up carbs just because, you think it's going to help you lose fat for like that short term and then you're going to freaking eat your weight back in carbs later? Don't do it. It makes no sense. So the goal isn't to avoid carbs and fats, but the goal is to enjoy them in balanced amounts. Let me know if that makes sense. Number 4 is to create habits that you enjoy. So you need to find a form of movement that you actually like. Well, I would recommend lifting weights, at least twice a week, but add other activities that you like. All right, whether that's dancing, yoga, brisk walking, I won't judge, okay? But when you enjoy what you're doing, it doesn't feel like a workout. It doesn't feel like work. And the same goes for food. You need to find healthy meals that you love so you're excited about them. Like, if I'm being honest, I get more excited about eating my freaking lunch and dinner at home. Like, I turn to my partner like several times and go, oh my God, this is so good. And I'm not even joking. But what really pisses me off is if I go and eat outside to a place that I don't know, I've never like generally gone to, and then I see the freaking salads like swimming in oil or the meat swimming in like sauces. I can't taste the food. And I really hate that. Like, I really don't like it. So you need to find healthy foods that you like and incorporate them into your daily diet. And these habits are what's going to keep you going for the long haul. All right, number 5, the magic word here is consistency. So it's not about doing things perfectly. It's about doing them most of the time. Okay, so some days you're going to miss a workout. Some days you're going to have an off day with food, and that is okay. You just pick up and you keep going the next day. And to do this, I highly recommend that you find someone or something to keep you accountable on days when you just don't feel like doing it. Whether that's an app, a coach, a friend, like anything. Like, I have a coach for two things in my life that I really care about. Okay, one is my fitness, and the second is my business. So I want to be really good at those things. I don't want to miss, and this is why I have something to keep me accountable there. All right. So I hope this helped. Now, I promised to give you something for fat loss. So I'm going to give away 2 full days of meal plans for fat loss. It's high protein, and this is for someone who wants to lose fat and build muscle. If you want it, just comment protein and I'm going to send you the meal plans. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to need to join my Facebook group, which is Hot Mom Project, and just text me protein there and I'm going to send it to you.